So, taking a kickoff in Western New York, and that is the final AFC playoff game of wildcard weekend. Then it's the NFC the rest of the way. And we have obviously a big Monday night game to talk about as well. While the Lions just kick back and hang out and watch the rest of the NFC beat each other up, leading us to wonder, after the greatest regular season in the history of the Lions, who has the best tools to knock them off? Colleen?
That is the question, and Kyle, he has some answers. So this is Home Team Help presented by Lowe's. We know football. Lowe's knows home improvement, and so does Kyle Freeland and myself. All right.
I feel like I'm in The Equalizer, Denzel, right? Or the Evil Dead movies with the chainsaw. All right, what should I do, Colleen? What am I doing?
Your answer. I have my own.
All right. We're very excited to play with the toys.
Okay.
So we don't see the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend, all right? We don't see the Detroit Lions this weekend, right?
Right.
Who in the NFC has the tools to take out the Detroit Lions as the 1 seed? What do you want to do? Should we go first? Should I go first?
You go first.
I'm going to go with the LA Rams, okay? Because if you go into Detroit, there's going to be a lot of noise.
That's true.
All right, and there's going to be a lot of, you guessed it, fans. All right? Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford. Hold that. Be a deer and hold that, okay? Here, right there on the handle, right there. Don't lose a hand. Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford have been in that noise. They know how to deal with the noise. I think the Los Angeles Rams are built to go into all that noise. I got to cut my face off if I'm not careful.
I don't love this. I don't know how to turn this
Cynthia,
off.
give us some of your numbers. Go ahead. This is a great work environment.
I actually think that the answer here is the Minnesota Vikings. Why? Because every good home improvement fan knows that you need to read all of the directions first. You can't necessarily just go in there and start making craziness. And you know what? You know best off is when you...
Careful, Al. See, that thing they took the battery out of, they won't even let us play with that. That's an actual chainsaw.
This is why you need to read the directions first, because if you think about it...
Take Excalibur.
Yeah,
there
perfect. Perfect.
That's old painless.
There we go. Whoa, it's actually got a lot of power here. But look, meeting up with the team 3 times, you've got the instruction manual on how to beat them.
All right. I got one more. No.
Give us some dignity,
I brought in
please.
some WD-40 because this is, it does it all, this thing. This product is great, and it's the Eagles. And because, look, rust prevention, that's Jalen Hurts. He's going to work as good as new.
Yes.
And then you can also remove stains, which you can remove stain from the scoreboard against the Lions by running the ball, controlling the clock. You can do all sorts of things with this. Squeaky wheels, I mean, hey, the Eagles, they don't have any. They're running backs. Their wheels are just fine. So they can do all sorts of stuff, just like, should I do WD-40?
Yeah, why not? Sure, I'll just blow it right back in.
I mean, it's perfect.
I do think that Dan Campbell has it winning a Super Bowl on his bucket list. Sure enough, come on over here. Come on over here.
What do we have
Dan
over
Campbell's
here?
going to go right in here. Yeah, that's going to be the Lions. We love you, Lowe's. Nobody does home improvement like you. But that's on the bucket list. Come on, Colleen. We'll get through it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right.
Those buckets got destroyed.
Oh, my God. That's the sound of the NFL's chief safety officer exhaling.
On one.
My God. Colleen almost got the ultimate manicure right there.
Clean up this floor.
Stacey Dales, take it away.
Yeah, hey, Rich. Jalen Hurts has not played since the first quarter of the team's Week 16 loss to the Commanders because of the concussion. But I'm told he's had an excellent week of practice, very crisp. He is healthy. I spoke with All-Pro left tackle Jordan Mailata, who told me the hunger and the fire has been there this week. But he said he's looked so sharp and his communication has been so good. Even better, Mailata said, since before the concussion. He said playoff Jalen is just different. When I asked him what playoff Jalen is, he said he knows what the stakes are. It's the perfect blend of understanding those stakes, but also not making the game bigger than it is. But Rich Eisen, this is a huge game, and he's ready to go.
No doubt, Stacey Dales, no doubt. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little concerned for this segment because the 3 of us just had a segment off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just one, though.
Just one segment. So I don't know if you're going to show if you're ready.
I feel good.
You're
I feel ready. I feel good. I feel good. I feel like I got this.
What do you make of all this?
I mean, you have to be concerned. I mean, I understand how good Jalen has been and how good he's been in the playoffs, but that it took him this long to get through the protocol, to me, is something that goes, okay, why did it take him so long? Now, maybe they were just being cautious, and maybe it wasn't important because of the games that they had and the position that they were in, but, I mean, when we're talking about concussions and we're talking about the head, you're always concerned when they come back, okay, where are they? Are they 100% like Stacey said? Great. If that's the case and he's not even thinking about anything, he's going to go play. one of the big things that they've done down the stretch when they've been through this winning streak is he's carrying the ball about 10 times a game, and that's a huge element. We talked about Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson and how they complement each other. This guy complements Saquon Barkley with his ability to run and move, and so those are things that you just want to keep an eye on today. Is he free? Is he fully healthy? Does he feel great? Is he tucking the ball and taking off and run? The design runs, is that a part of their offense? Or do things change a little bit, just being cautious to make sure that he is 100% healthy?
Yeah, and I agree wholeheartedly. We don't know the psyche, where his psyche is, or where this may affect him. You know, a head injury is nothing to play with. And talk about practice. It is still practice. Those live reps, when you get in that game, everything changes. So in practice, everybody stay away from the quarterback. And it's easy to be great then. But when you get in this game and you have to get in game mode, especially playoff mode, we don't know where he's at. And like you said, him running is a huge part of their offense. We don't know. He might be a little more apprehensive to run, but everything he does is timing. He hasn't been practicing up until this week. We don't know where his time is going to be, where his psyche is going to be, so I have my concerns, too.
Are you talking about a dynamic ball handler from the city of Philadelphia in practice? Is that what you're talking about right now?
That is exactly what I just said.
About practice?
Yeah, not about
practice.
Not a game.
Not a game.
No, we're talking about a game right now. We're talking about the playoffs.
By the way, I was at ESPN at the time and sitting in my desk watching that press conference, and I knew what we were going to be talking about on SportsCenter from jump. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Take it away, Cynthia.
Well, when we're looking at Sam Darnold and the game that's coming up on Monday, let's look at what happened last time and see if we can kind of use some of the next-gen stats to see what will happen this time. Now, in Week 8, when they matched up, the difference between pressure and no pressure was stark. 2 touchdowns with no pressure, no touchdowns with pressure. But look at the number of attempts, just 7 attempts under pressure. That's something that Sam Darnold has kind of experienced all season long. In fact, he's thrown the most passes that took over 2.5 seconds that he's been able to be in the pocket in the National Football League. And there's different types of pressure. Well, when you back it up like the Lions did in the first half of last week when he was under pressure 57% of the time, that's going to make a huge difference. But if you don't back it up to the tune of perhaps what happens with the Rams this time, maybe that could be the difference maker. And the Rams, they rank bottom 9 in terms of allowing completions and yards per attempt on these passes.
All year long was against the Houston Texans, and you know, it wasn't in the highlight package, but the third down play when the Chargers are up 6-0, just a little over 2 minutes to go in the first half of that game, and the Texans are backed up inside their own 10, and the ball goes through C.J. Stroud's hands, and it's on the ground. He picks it up and creates a play out of that. The whole game turned from there. The whole game turned from there. He also, when they got the ball back, with little time left in the first half, ran one into field goal range. I mean, Stroud came up strong in a game where it looked like, just like a lot of the offensive struggles, that's what was going to tear the Texans down yesterday.
I think that's what breaking out of that sophomore slump that we talked about.
Yeah, I mean,
it was back.
It was still a struggle early in that game. He made some decisions, some bad throws. He almost had that, safety on, what could have been intentional grounding where he just got out of it. And then everything changed on that one play, and they got it rolling along with the defense.
Could a play like that be just like, okay, I just play free because I just did an instinctual play, and I just made a play, and now everything else that over the last 2 quarters, guess what?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Because there was a couple throws in there that I just looked, I was like, I don't even know where he's throwing it. I don't even know what he's doing. It looks so different than the C.J. Stroud, and I think there is something to that. Like, oh, man, what do you do? Just go make a play, and then you're like, oh, man, I can do this. I can play, and he looked good the rest of the game.
Hey, Rich, can I just put a bow on the Chargers for a second? They're such an easy target, and I know everyone's annihilating them. This was a hugely successful season for the Chargers.
Bust up
hugely.
6.
Incredible. They doubled their win total and then some. They have one of the youngest teams in the league. I don't think anybody thought they were going to the Super Bowl this year. The fact that they were in the playoffs, the fact that we were talking about them, the future very, very bright. Well, I know yesterday was a bad day. It was a great year.
Right. There was, like, Lad McConkey wasn't coming on to the podium afterwards saying, nah, about his future.
Right.
Like the Steelers.
Just like what your point is. Your 2 points here, you talked about the 2 teams that lost. One you just mentioned, bright future. The other one is an unknown future, to say the least. Let's talk about today's games. Cam Wolf, first report of the day from Orchard Park.
Good morning. Chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình lại làm những cái video tô mỏ để gửi tặng tất cả các bạn đây. Đây là những đồ vật, con vật của mình chuẩn bị tô mỏ để gửi tặng tất cả các bạn. Đấy. Những sản phẩm của mình rất chi là nhiều, rồi. Và không thể thiếu được hộp xăm màu của mình này các bạn ơi. Hộp xăm màu giúp mình tạo ra những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp. Và bây giờ các bạn cùng theo dõi mình tô mỏ nha.
Bây giờ mình ship tiếp tô mỏ nha các bạn.
Có hai đây anh có bao nhiêu mà lớn làm việc và làm nghề nó mất nhiều là được rồi.
Các bạn mình tính mình.
Trừ.
Ôi anh Cơm ơi,
Gì đấy?
đói quá.
Cái anh ăn được cái bông ngô kìa.
Em ăn cái bánh mì rồi.
Thế mới ăn được cái bánh mì mình bắt đầu buổi sáng.
Bánh mì nó không no.
Không nói cái thà đây chưa ăn cái gì cơ.
Cái bánh mì anh ăn bắp ngô đấy.
Bắp ngô rồi có đồ hình thử ra cho người đó đang hả?
Ngon.
Cưới bạn chưa đâu để xem.
Xem cái gì anh ấy 4 triệu, anh ấy 4 triệu 7.
Thì ứng hai gần 3 mà thì gần 1 triệu.
Anh nghĩ 2 ngày chả không được lên 5 triệu, anh nghĩ 3 ngày nữa. Gọi là 4, gọi là gặp 5 ngày thì rồi.
Không sao, tháng này phải tất mình, tháng này phải 11.
2 thằng kia tháng này cho nghỉ rồi.
Ngày rồi,
Dạ,
anh Kiên bảo quả.
Giờ chỉ có mỗi anh với cả Quỳnh Anh, em với cả Sơn, Long, Huy, mua kênh là chả còn ai nữa.
Giờ dã toàn 11 nữa. Hôm qua đó làm đến 7 giờ phải. Giờ ngày đấy làm 20 phút rồi chứ làm thêm tí nữa là được. Anh toàn 6 rưỡi mới giải làm mà. Làm liên tục, làm tốt luôn, làm 1 giờ đến 6 rưỡi luôn. Thế mới đầy bây giờ tùy gần 120 mấy video quá.
119, 117 á.
Đấy. Có một cái 119, có một cái 117. Tại hết pin mà, hết pin. Thằng kia nó bao nhiêu? Đấy.
Tuấn đấy. Tuấn đấy. Tuấn được 3 triệu 3. Nó tính theo 15.000.
Trả 15.000.
Chứ nó cũng gọi là 4 triệu 3 hay là 4 triệu 2 gần bằng cái cơm.
Thế đúng rồi, sau anh Kiên thưởng cho mấy trăm nữa chắc là lên 5 triệu.
Lên 4.
Đấy.
Lên 4. Thằng Tuấn đi anh. Anh thì chắc lên 5 triệu.
Tôi mà xong các bạn tí chờ.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình lại làm những cái video tô mỏ để gửi tặng tất cả các bạn đây. Đây là những đồ vật, con vật của mình chuẩn bị tô mỏ để gửi tặng tất cả các bạn. Đấy. Những sản phẩm của mình rất chi là nhiều, rồi. Và không thể thiếu được hộp xăm màu của mình này các bạn ơi. Hộp xăm màu giúp mình tạo ra những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp. Và bây giờ các bạn cùng theo dõi mình tô màu nha.
Chị ảo em sẽ tiêu tô màu nha. Nhưng mà không làm đến 28 làm đến 28 29 đâu, hay mấy lần nghỉ rồi. 27 25 là nghỉ rồi. Không đủ 30 hôm đâu.
Đi làm bù vào hôm nay.
Đấy.
Làm bù vào hôm nay.
Làm bù rồi.
Hôm nay 31 đây. Đi dồn vào.
Chị nói dồn vào mình 1 tiếng. Quần áo chưa mua đây, tóc thì chưa cắt đây, có tiền đâu, có như gì ấy. Đi đòi tiền thì chả thấy thằng nào nó trả.
Anh cũng có người vay tiền.
Đấy, có một thằng anh 300, cái thằng là 100, nó bảo Tết trả đây, chả biết đời, đòi mai chả thấy đời. Anh là cộng là 200 này, anh vẫn nợ tiếp mà.
5 triệu.
Rồi.
5 triệu.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay